Welcome back to the Golden Hour Ambient Music Podcast. I'm your host, Collette, aka Gollden, and today you're listening to episode 4 titled Ambient Music for Sleep. These are some of my favorite ambient tracks for not only falling asleep, but also for staying asleep. And of course, we all have our own preference of what we might find to be sleep inducing. So if there is a track that you hear throughout this next hour that you don't necessarily vibe with, I honestly wouldn't take that personally. And while the ambient genre is a very diverse musical genre, for the sake of this episode, I'm focusing on tracks that sonically embody common elements of what we may associate sleep with. As a pretense, I would like to point out the fact that these tracks are very beautiful bodies of work. And although these artists probably didn't envision their music to be used to fall asleep to, I think that as an artist, I really do appreciate any way that my music is being listened to. And if it's honestly to help anyone in any way possible, I'm always super grateful. So, since I've launched this podcast, I've had many people reach out to me, just letting me know how much they enjoy listening and how they found it helpful to listen while relaxing or working or meditating or even just easy listening before bed. And if you're ever looking for music to fall asleep to and choosing music for sleep, one recommendation would be to just choose music that tends to have a lower pitch, that doesn't encourage movement such as dancing or tapping, and that typically avoids lyrics so that our mind isn't focused on lyrics and memories and words that come up. Something that is non-surprising, repetitious, and tends to focus on feelings of safety and familiarity. So, since we are on the topic of sleep, I know for myself, and if you know me and actually know me, you will know my sleep is everything. I'm a literal baby who needs about 10 hours of sleep a day. I wish it was otherwise. I wish I was exaggerating. But honestly, I can go to bed at like 10 p.m. and wake up at 9 a.m. no problem. I would even need to still set an alarm because I honestly would just keep sleeping. And if I even get like 7 hours of sleep, I feel like a zombie. I know what you're already saying. You're super lucky even if you get like 6 hours of sleep. And for my friends that have kids and babies, you honestly probably want to just turn this off. But hey, I'm honestly not the only one out there. Humans roughly spend about 1/3 of their life sleeping. And that might sound like a waste of time, but me myself, I could easily take that third to just a straight half of my life. I'd probably be okay with that. So, what about music and sleep? In one study, adults who listened to 45 minutes of music before going to sleep reported that the quality of their sleep improved on the same night that they listened to the music. And yes, this is an ambient music podcast. And speaking of music for sleep, kicking off our first track, here is said to be one of the most popular ambient songs that is recognized as the best music for enhancing sleep. In 2012, Manchester band Marconi Union partnered with the founder of the British Academy of Sound Therapy to intentionally create a song proven to affect listeners in states of being. This 8-minute long track works by using a continuous rhythm of 60 beats per minute, eventually slowing down to 50 beats per minute around the 5-minute mark. Here is Marconi Union with Weightless.